Hello, I'm Gino Pilato with Tastevin Wine. Good to virtually see you guys right now here at the Air Club Wine Walkabout once again. I picked out 8 wines to feature for you guys for this event, and all of which I have a special connection or a fondness for, and we'll start at the beginning here with the Adami Prosecco. So the Adami Prosecco is a really well-known label and brand in town for Prosecco. It's an Italian sparkling wine, which makes this one unique, and why I picked it out for today and tonight is it's the Vigneto Giardino, which is a single vineyard Prosecco, which is really unique. And so you'll notice the word Rive on the top of the label here. That is signifying the unique hillside where this fruit is coming from. It's the family's first vineyard that they planted as well. So a really special wine for these guys and for us as well. And I think it highlights the top level of Prosecco, which is sometimes can run the gamut of cheap, low end to special stuff like this. So that's our first sparkling wine, a really good wine to have as appetizers or when you're having friends over to start the evening. I always like pouring Prosecco right out of the gate. Next up is Ramey Chardonnay. So a really well-known California Chardonnay house. In particular, they produce other reds as well, but David Ramey cut his teeth on making Chardonnay in Burgundy, France. And so that style that he takes with him and his knowledge from those days, he imports that into the fruit that he gets this wine from in Sonoma Coast, California. So this is their brand new Fort Ross Seaview vintage here, 2016. So he does quite a bit of bottle aging and barrel aging for his Chardonnays. He does full malolactic fermentation. He does the Sur Lie batonnage. He does really old school winemaking techniques, but it really delivers a Chardonnay with creaminess, richness, but not that heavy oak profile that you get in some others. So it's very balanced, and there's a high acidity level in this wine. Always a really great food pairing wine as well. So probably my favorite Chardonnay in our portfolio. So that's that. So we have Italian, California. Now we move to Washington, which is what we're really well known for is our Tastevin portfolio. This is a brand new label for us, winery called Mark Ryan Winery. These guys have become quite famous for their reds in the Red Mountain AVA, but this is their rosé. So I wanted to feature a 2019 rosé for tonight. And this is a Sangiovese Grenache Syrah blend of rosé, real dry, crisp. It has a good body. So I kind of been labeling this my barbecue rosé for the season. Now it's over summertime now, but this can still linger into the fall season for sure. They do beautiful label work. He hires a tattoo artist based in Seattle. It's a friend of his that does these really cool labels for him. It's called Flowerhead Rosé. So a new fun one for us in our portfolio. And dry too, so there's no sweetness in that at all. Next up is Pinot Noir. So if we're going to Oregon now for our oldest Pinot Noir producer that we have in our portfolio, Adelsheim Winery. This is their Willamette Valley Pinot Noir 2019 vintage. This is their workhorse Pinot Noir that they do. They do a bunch of single vineyard stuff as well, but this is picked and sourced from all the different vineyards that they work with within the Willamette Valley AVA. It's a really fruit-forward, crisp, light Pinot Noir. So anybody that likes lighter style red wines, this is a great selection for you. It comes with a screw cap. This is a glass poured in a lot of restaurants around downtown Boise, a really familiar name, and we're always thrilled to have it, a real classic representation of Willamette Valley fruit in Oregon. Okay, moving down the line here, we got Amavi cellars next. So we're back to Washington. This is Walla Walla specifically now. So this is made with 100% fruit from Walla Walla, the AVA there. This is made from the winemaker Jean-Francois Pellet, who owns Pepperbridge Winery as well. So this is his second label called Amavi. They do a Cabernet Syrah and a Semillon every year. But this is 100% Cabernet Sauvignon fruit from the Walla Walla region. This is our best value, 100% Walla Walla designate Cabernet that we have in our portfolio. A really fun one that they farm 100% sustainably as well, and certified organic as well. So he's very much conscious of vineyard selection and doing everything as low touch as possible to ensure that the fruit is the highest quality. Just a really great medium-bodied red. I wouldn't say it's a full-bodied red by any means, but it kind of fits the middle. So as you notice, I think my lineup here is just going light to heavy in terms of the reds. So this next one is everybody knows this wine in town. This is Dunham Cellars Trutina. I feature Dunham wines quite often when I do these wine walkabouts, which is my 10th one, so I'm pretty excited about that. This year, though, the blend is 2017 Merlot based, so that's been pretty rare. It's usually Cabernet Sauvignon based, and now it's Merlot based. Cabernet Sauvignon, and then a few other Bordeaux red varietals that are found in this. This has a classic flavor profile that doesn't seem to change vintage to vintage, which is why everybody gravitates towards this wine. Great party wine if you want to bring a red over and have a signature bottle that everybody's going to appreciate. I really think that this wine delivers every single time, and we're always happy to have it in our portfolio. Dunham Cellars is one of the first wineries that we started our distributorship with 20 years ago. So this is our 20th year that we've been in business, and 20th year that we've represented Dunham Cellars. Okay, back to the old world here. So with Muga. Muga is a Spanish wine, so I haven't had a Spanish wine yet, but I wanted to feature one tonight. This is a classic Spanish wine too. This is a Rioja, so it's 100% Tempranillo. This is one of the most famous producers in the Rioja region. One of the things I really like about this winery is that they go to the lengths of owning their own cooperage. So they have their own barrel making cooperage at the winery itself. So they do everything produced in-house, and then also this is a organic winery as well. So they do 100% Tempranillo, made in a very classic way. You get a lot of earthiness, you get the red fruit flavors, little tobacco, but a really killer bottle of wine that can pair with anything from salmon to red meat as well, or grilled vegetables. It's a really versatile wine, not super full-bodied. So sometimes people get a little scared on the Spanish wines with that regard, but it's a really nice balanced wine. We finish with my favorite of the lineup here. Selfishly pouring this wine today. This is from Casanova di Neri. This is a Brunello di Montalcino from the Tenuta Nuova vineyard. So this is the family's first vineyard that they planted. They called it the new farm, essentially is what that translates to. But it was the first time they planted Sangiovese in this area, and specifically Sangiovese Grosso, which is the main varietal used for Brunello di Montalcino. This is 2015 vintage. This wine has gotten 99 points already. There's potential for a 100-point ranking for this wine. We're waiting and seeing on that. It's a really, really special vintage. I'm really excited to feature this here with the Wine Walkabout, and again, one of my favorite producers here. So this is definitely the classic brick, earthy, dusty. Definitely want to open it. I've opened it already. I'm going to let it probably air out for about 2 hours, but definitely decant this one at home or before you pour for your friends and family. But a fantastic, and from one of the best producers that make Brunello. That's it. Thank you guys very much, and I'm glad to be here and offer these wines.